Well, hello everyone. What we're going to do today is go over our Math 152 class, introduction to it, give you an idea of what resources are there and your expectations. And let's begin then. So hopefully you can see, as I click on this at least, what our Canvas site looks like. Essentially, the parts that you're going to see um, will be start your Math 152 here. So I'll click on that, give you some information about me. The most important thing you need to kind of get started with as soon as possible is you need to hit this one here, which is how to enroll in WebAssign. And then there's a couple of help links after that. But this is the key thing. So basically, this class is fully online. The only expectation we have to meet in person will be in the day of the final, which we'll talk about later when we go over the syllabus. Essentially, because it is online, that includes all homework, all tests, and your midterm. And the only thing that's not online is your final exam, which we'll do in person at Olympic College. So how do you join the online class? Well, it's a portal inside Cengage. You have to enroll in it. And to enroll in it, you need to either click on this link here, or that would be the Cengage website version, or you can get you can buy a key that allows you, a code, I should say, that allows you to get into our class. So if you click on that, it'll take you there. If you buy a license code, say at the bookstore, then this is our class key. This is the thing that you need to get into our class, not just any random class. And there's some instructions here about how to do that. So that's your first thing you need to do as soon as possible is get into WebAssign, click on the link, join our class. Now you do get, I believe, 1 week free, so that you don't need to actually physically spend any money for about 1 week. At the end of that 1 week, your trial period will be finished, and you'll then have to pay to continue with the class. So let's move over now to the syllabus. For our particular class, I hope this is correct, but I'll double check it when I have time. It will be on Wednesday, 12th of June, and it will be taking place from 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. And I already saw a error. And it's not actually an error because 12 o'clock is in fact a PM time. So go up. So let's just update that now. So it will take place Wednesday, 12th of June from 10 to 12. It'll be in building 4. That's the building that has all the things like the car share and registration and so on in it. And it's on the 3rd floor in room 302. And that is a requirement. You must be present on that day. Now, if I've had a few emails where you have your physics exam taking place at the same time, then you will contact me and I will tell you an alternate time, same day probably, but an alternate time to come and take your exam. Yeah. The best way to contact me will be through email, which I look at pretty regularly. I do have an office in Olympic College, and I will be there sporadically. I'm not sure when, it's whenever I need to. I will be around, and I'll try and update this when I know that I'm going to be in the college physically. But you can turn up to Building 8, Room 111. But essentially, most of the time, you're going to find my officers will be online. It'll be using Zoom. And there's a Zoom link that you can click on and be able to talk to me and ask questions. Now, when you are in communication with me, it's much better to use my Olympic College email. There are features in Cengage, such as Ask Your Professor or Ask an Extension. they're kind of problematic because sometimes I don't actually get to see those things, and you end up thinking I'm ignoring you, but I'm really just not aware that you needed my help. Here's a little map of, we'll see. That little dot is roughly where my room is, and this is building 8, and then that star is where our classroom is, and that's in building 4. Now, the Zoom link is not here, but it will be by Monday, and I'll insert it here. I just have to create them. This course then, let's talk a little bit about it, is the second course in the calculus sequence. And in order to take it, you need to have prerequisites, which for most of you will be that you took Calc 1, that's Math 151 at Olympic College, and you achieved a 2.0 or higher grade within a certain time limit. Or you may have taken an equivalent in another institution and passed there, or you took an Accuplacer test and it placed you into here. That's the most likely places. Now, what kind of equipment, technology do you need to be able to successfully take this class? Pretty obvious that you need a reliable internet connection, either at home or you can use the computer labs. There's one big one, for instance, in Building 8, which gets used a lot. And there's also computers in the tutoring centre that you can use. You need a TI-84 calculator or equivalent graphing calculator, but not a calculator that can do algebraic manipulation. And obviously you need to join our class in Cengage. And here are the instructions again about how you would do that. Because you are in Cengage, you don't need to buy a physical textbook unless you choose to. Because in one of the benefits you get is that all your homework is online. All of your tests are online with the exception of the final. Your midterm is online as well. And you also get an ebook. So here are the important dates. These, for the most part, won't concern you. For instance, holidays don't really affect us directly because you're not going to be in the college anyway. But we do have some midterm exams. There's exam 1 here. This is midterm exam 2, and there is a review project which is due online as well. And there hopefully is the exam final. And our course is basically split into, as you can see here, 11-week chunks. So you have areas and distance, and 7 approximate integration is going to be for week 1. This homework assignment 1 also has an online test 1 as well, and these will be due midnight, all of them. That's the 2 sets of homework and 1 online test will all be due by midnight Sunday. So midnight Sunday is the key to every week. Week 1, here's week 2, week 3, 4, all we go. And here is week 10. Week 11 is really just a Monday, and it's a review for finals. So on that day, I will have a Zoom lesson, and you can turn up and ask for help, questions or topics that you know are going to be in the final. The final is cumulative, so it will be in all of the 10 weeks work that we've covered. The other key ones are you're going to have a midterm exam 1, which will be on Monday, the 29th of April, and it will cover the first 4 weeks work, which is all this stuff here. And then you will have midterm exam 2, and that will cover all of this stuff up to here. The midterms will be a little bit different. They are online in the sense that you get the questions and they're online. You get them in the form of a PDF. It will be broken into 2 parts. One part will be multiple choice, where all you do is write down the answers, A, C, C, things like that. And the second part will be on long response, in which case I will be expecting you to show me the working. And then you have to upload all your results, all your answers and your working to me using an assignment upload link. that you'll get closer to the time. And your final exam will be physical. So you'll turn up and you'll get your exam, and your final exam will consist of 10 questions. A lot of this stuff here, I expect you to just read in your own time, but this tells you what is going to be covered in the learning objectives in our class. Academic honesty is something that we really need to push here. You are in a situation where it is very easy for you to cheat. Now, we cover that possibility by expecting to see the working for all midterm exams, except for multiple choice. So midterm exam 1 and midterm exam 2, and in the final. And I can tell you from experience, those people who cheat will fail abysmally on those exams, the midterms, and definitely on the final. And if you fail those, you fail the class. So my strong advice to you is do not use online software to let them answer the questions. Don't look up cheat sites that tell you what the answers are. Find out how to do the stuff. It's really on you to do this in a way that's going to involve you actually learning the work. If you cheat, it will show up in the end, and all you've really done is wasted 11 weeks of your life, and you'll have to redo the class a second time. So that's my word of advice to you. Don't cheat. So if you have a problem with what does cheating mean, let me be a little bit more specific. In homework, it is totally acceptable and it should be done that you will watch the videos that I have. You will also go to the tutoring. We have online tutoring and ask for help and work your way through that and learn from your mistakes and figure out how to do things. That is not cheating. What you will, of course, be expected to do is that in the final, I expect you to have no help except what you are able to do and learn. Now, that might mean, for instance, at least on the online test, that you look up stuff that you may have done before, notes that you have written and things, and that will be okay. Nothing wrong with that. In the midterm, that'll be a little bit harder to do because the questions won't be from Cengage's homework, although they may be similar to them. They won't be the same, so you won't have anything to base that on. So you're going to have to be prepared before the midterms by looking up and practicing everything you can. So no matter what happens, you will be able to successfully do it. So let's look at how your entire grade is calculated. 20% of your grade is going to come from your homework. 20% is going to come from class tests. 10% is going to be based on a review project that you do, which I will see the working for again. They're going to be 20% is going to be from your 2 midterms. So each midterm is going to be worth 10%. And your final exam, where you'll physically be present, is going to be 30%. So if you kind of just do a quick check, you can see that there is going to be 60% of your grade is going to be based on things that you have to show me the working for. And 30% of your grade is physically going to be in front of me. So there'll be no opportunities for you to be able to do things that you shouldn't be doing. And here is some more detail about what's going to happen in those. And then here is how you grade your stuff. I will every week, normally about Monday or Tuesday, send you a kind of daily, weekly report, which will tell you how you're doing. Here are some of the resources. We have e-tutoring. We also have tutoring in OC, King Bremerton, so you should go down there and check it out. Some of you, this is more likely for those who are actually physically at college, might have someone that they can phone that can help them if they're stuck. Obviously, you're going to see me. You can probably find that the most likely way is going to be through Zoom meetings. But when I'm around in the college, I will try and put those up as well. So if you physically want to come in, you can come during those times, and that will work. I do have a Canvas page, which I'll come back to, and the WebAssign has lots of resources. If you've done it before, you know that it has practice another and it has videos that you can watch. So here is some advice to finish with. Keep to the class schedule. Do not let time get ahead of you. What do I mean by that? But if you start and you do weeks one work and you finish on time, week two's work and finish on time, you won't have a problem. It's when you start late and then you say, well, I don't have enough time to finish week one. Can I get an extension? Yes, you can get extension, not for the online tests, but you can get extensions for the homework. And what you end up doing is being a week behind. And then that means you have to do 2 weeks work to catch back up. And you're always chasing your tail. And it's not a very successful way to do a class. So stick to the schedule, watch the videos, do the homework on time, be prepared for your tests, and things will go much smoother for you, and you'll be more likely to be successful. So let's return now and give you some other information, some things that should be helpful. Well, here we have the college resources, which tell you all the things that the college does for you, and that's cool. Have a look at them, see what works for you. And here are some of the resources I've got. These are PDFs that tell you all sorts of useful things. Let's just randomly pick on one. Here is a unit circle. That's something you might want to get used to. Now, if we then go and we look at some of these, you see that there's a link here. It says Chapter 5 videos. So when I click on this, we click on this one, you can see a whole load of videos. So if you click on that, you would get a video on areas of distance. Click on this one, areas. Now these are online videos. So what I mean by that, these are videos that aren't necessarily done by me, but they are from YouTube and places like that. And I found that they were helpful, so I did that. You click on this one, and you click on this. What you will now see are videos that are actually done by me. If you clicked on this one, it would give you a very wanted to help you with 5-1. This one will also help you with it. And there you have some results, resources. Now, if I go back again, and we go to this one here, if you look at the bottom, there are PDF, and these PDFs give you some notes that I've put together. Hopefully, will be useful, so you can look at that. So that's pretty much everything I want to say today. I think I'll finish with a kind of reiteration of one thing. To be successful in this class, you have to put in the work. It's not easy to do classes online. So try not to do shortcuts. Don't cheat. As I said, it will not help you in the end. Make sure that you're learning the stuff, and feel free to use all the resources, including me, to help you with hopefully an enjoyable time learning Calc 2. And that's bye-bye for now.